Why can't I cap on Hightower? It's an honest question, but one that I've yet to find a legitimate answer to. In this video, I'm going to try and oppose the common, and possibly the majoritative view, that you shouldn't cap on Hightower, and maybe by the end of this journey, we'll all have reached some kind of a conclusion together. Now, before we really begin, I feel I should make some things completely clear and transparent. Those words mean the same thing, but never mind. Yes, I am a capper on Hightower, and I'm damn proud about it. Although the reasons for why I enjoy it are ultimately irrelevant to the legitimacy of my arguments, I will explain them to you anyway. The reason I enjoy playing and capping on Hightower is because it's a big challenge. Both because of the way the final point works, with like the elevator, and if you die, it resets that whole bit, you know? And because quite often you'll have zero teammates helping you know, because they all don't want to cap or whatever. And it means you have to be a bit of a one-man army to succeed, and when you do, damn is it satisfying. To me, at least. That's why I enjoy it. Although I must admit, I do also get a bit of a sadistic pleasure from seeing the attempts to insult me from my teammates and my enemies. I love being insulted by people online. It's these, like, they're just throwing these little bits of paper at me. That's what it's like. It's like you're just tossing a little big piece of confetti at me, but you're throwing it as hard as you can. You're like lobbing that confetti as if it's a shot put, and then it just like poof, just bounces off of me. It doesn't affect me. I love that. I should also admit that I am what you would probably consider a try-hard. I do try my hardest to win. That being said, I'm not like sitting here using the meta loadouts, you know. I have a strange professional kill streak righteous bison for a reason. I don't kill friendlies unless by accident, you know. I'm not going to beat myself up over it if I do kill a friendly, but if I see a whole bunch of people like sitting in a room like crouched there with their sandwiches out, I'm not going to go in there and get a bunch of free kills. There's no fun in that, and there's no skill involved, so forget it. I'm not here to stomp on your fun. I'm just here to have fun in my own way, which happens to be by doing the objective. So, where does the idea that capping on Hightower is bad actually originate from? Well, I think it comes from the long ago, when quick play ruled the lands. You see, back when we had quick play, we also had map rotations on the servers, and after a map was completed, because somebody did the objective, the server would switch to the next map in its rotation. This meant that if you really loved playing on Hightower, for example, you would have a legitimate reason to be upset that someone was capping, as it would mean you'd have to find a new server which was running on Hightower, or stick around and be forced to play like, I don't know, Pipeline or some other payload race map. But in current TF2, when the match ends, everyone gets to vote on the next map to play, and the first of these options is 100% always the map that just ended. So if the majority of people on the server do actually want to play Hightower, then they will. And if they don't want to, then I would say we should respect the democratic system and let the majority of people play on the server they want to, instead of holding them hostage on Hightower because you want to play it. Although it is worth noting that since beginning gathering information and footage for this video, I've yet to see the vote ever go any way other than Hightower. Because of this, if I cap on Hightower, it does not stop the other players from continuing to play just how they were doing so before on the exact same map. If anything, it could be beneficial for them because it destroys any pesky sentry nests that everyone also seems to complain about on Hightower. The sentry nest thing, that's a separate issue. I'm not going to discuss it in this video. But really, the only way that I can destroy a sentry gun that's on my own team is by capping and resetting the map. So you should be goddamn thankful. No, I don't expect you to be thankful. It was a joke. It is my opinion that this hatred towards capping on Hightower is an anachronism from back when capping would cause a map change and thereby stop the players from playing on Hightower. But since this is no longer the case, I see no reason to keep up this pointless tradition. And I believe people are only continuing it because it's what everyone else already does. It's a stupid, self-perpetuating cycle of tradition and conformity. New players learn that you're not supposed to cap on Hightower, and then they perpetuate that message and teach the new players the same stupid message without anyone actually understanding why it used to be like that. Or at least I think the vast majority of people don't. But why make this video? Well, I think it's a genuine issue. Myself and many others have been attempted to be kicked, or often succeeded in being kicked from servers for doing no more than playing the game mode on an official server in the official way it was intended to be played. This issue is particularly pertinent in a time when hackers are in greater numbers than ever before, at least in the European servers where I play. We need to galvanise our player base against those that would destroy it, not squabble amongst ourselves and fracture into splinter groups. And I know what you're thinking. If I want to unite the players so much, why don't I just bend the knee to these people? After all, if the vote kicks succeed, they're quite possibly the majority. And although that would be the easier option, I don't compromise my morals for convenience. Me capping on Hightower and you messing around on Hightower are not mutually exclusive. I can cap whilst you do whatever it is you're doing, and if the match ends, we just start it again. No harm done. I'm not stopping you from having your fun, and at the same time, I'm having fun. We both win. But if you kick me, you are stopping me from having my fun. Do you see the issue here? You know, we can both have fun, or only you can have fun. Which of those is more fair? Of course, I try to find out why people don't like capping. I don't want to just sit here and strawman them. I wish I could actually get a good counter argument, because all the counter arguments I get, if you can even call them arguments, they're not based on any kind of logic I've ever encountered. The homophobic remarks, we're just going to ignore them. That's not the point of the video, but just so you know, obviously I do oppose homophobia, but we're not getting into that. That's not what this video is about. That being said, as you can see from these things I'm showing on screen, I try to ask these people when they complain, and you just get nothing out of them. You can't get anything. They just say like, oh, because it's Hightower. That's not an argument. That means nothing. Why can't I cap on Hightower because it's Hightower? You're not giving me anything. Why can't I cap on Hightower because it's gay? That means nothing to me. Come on, give me an actual argument. But no, they can't. They can't. So if you are one of these people that tries to kick cappers, please get in touch with me. Leave a comment. I don't know, go to the Steam group and leave a comment or something. Find my Steam profile. Anything. Just, there's ways you can get in contact with me. I'm easy to find. Get in contact with me and tell me why you like to kick cappers. Tell me why you don't think people should cap, because I truly can't find any legitimate reasons for why not to cap. And to be honest, I love for you to change my mind so I can join the majority. As I previously said, I'd love to be part of a unified community. So once again, please try and change my mind. And really, at the end of the day, if you want to play the same match of TF2 forever, you can join a community server with objectives disabled. They even have some running on Hightower 24/7. But please, stop insulting me and kicking me just from playing and enjoying the game at no cost to yourself. Whew. Well, now that that's all over, I'd like to suggest to anyone still watching that if you, like me, are a capper on Hightower and proud, then join my Steam group, Cappers on Hightower and Proud. The link's in the description, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, if you do disagree with me, please send me counter arguments, because I'd love to know what your point of view is. I'd love to be able to understand what you're thinking. Thank you, and thank you all for watching as well.